And welcome to Our Reviews Will Kill You. You're in the chat room today. We're going to discuss some topics and bring it to you live. We don't announce these things. We just hear stuff. We get excited. We've had some amazing interviews in the past. I am the famous actor that you may know as Z. I may be auditioning for a new role, as we'll discuss further into this little brief conversation that we're going to have here. I am joined by the absolutely useless person down in the corner there. His name is Noob something. Nobody even cares at this point.
Yeah, you look like a burdensome woman.
Obviously. And then there is the other co-host of this show. His name is the director, auteur, and scholar, who is Scott Keebler.
Is it still a scholar if you bought it online for Bitcoin?
Your degree.
I just want to let you know. We are live, YouTube land. We have the chat up and running, so if you want, go ahead and chime in. We want to hear from you as well. Any questions will, of course, be sent directly over to our guest tonight. I will not be answering anything.
And then we have an exceptional host for you today, someone to join us here. He is the host of the Sensibly Cynical podcast. His name is Sean. Welcome, Sean, to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you for showing up. And you've been part of our new line of guests that we've had. And we know we've done some crossovers with you that have been awesome. And we did tell you that we'd bring you on to convince us to watch Money Heist. So let's talk a little bit about Money Heist. And then we're going to go into some breaking news that we have here. Looks like Sean's done some research. Noob, are you going to put him on the clock?
Yes, there is going to be a timer, much like sex with me. It's going to end way too quick. So you're going to have 10 minutes, and we're going to start the timer now, and you have to convince us to watch Money Heist on Netflix.
All right. So this was a 2017 show in Spain, Antena 3, and it's only been 3 years, and it's a phenomenon. In the first part, it didn't really hit it big in Spain. They were just like, they didn't know what to do with it. They almost canceled it. And they were no-name guys. Like, the whole cast is no names. And then Netflix was like, they took a chance. And then it blew up. So they did 1 and 2. So they put 2 on Netflix as well. And then they did 3 singularly on Netflix. So Netflix owns the whole thing. And it started solely Netflix in part 3.
So that kind of reminds me of another show that Netflix bought called Dark that they bought from Germany, which I'm a big fan of as well. So this is one of those, I guess, redubbed in English shows?
Yeah, it's La Casa de Papel. That's the actual name of it in Spanish. It's House of Paper. And then they translate it to Money Heist.
Huh. That doesn't sound like those two translations add up.
So there's this guy, the professor. He's the mastermind. His brother is in the crew. He has 7 people, and they're all names of cities. So we got Tokyo, Oslo, Berlin, Moscow, Denver, Rio, Nairobi, and Helsinki. And only one dies in part 1.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Oslo is no longer with us.
Is it one of the white city that goes down? Is that what happens? Or
no, Oslo goes down, and then
where's Oslo?
I just want to say,
Istanbul.
I'm pretty sure I saw this, and I really actually did enjoy it. Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson were amazing in it. And introducing Jennifer Lopez to those two was actually really good. And
guys, it's actually
naked.
No, seriously, it's actually a really good show. Like, I saw the first episode, and I was like, I didn't know if I like this, but once I gave it like 2 or 3 episodes, I get sucked in. But I'm also it's a heist drama. So I got into how are they going to get the money? Are they going to get it? Who's going to die? Are they going to escape? So if you like escape shows, give it a shot.
Are there any?
And it's all in Spanish because this show hates the whites.
Right. So Netflix, they don't do a terrible job with the delay. I mean, it's noticeable, but it's not super noticeable where it's not watchable, obviously.
Are there any car chases?
Is there any car chases? Not in the beginning. Well, the cops, there's a hell of a cop chase, yeah. But, so they take some of the hostages, and then the hostages fall in love with some of the bank robberies.
They get Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah. Hey, that's actually funny. Stockholm's one of the hostages that falls in love.
That's probably not a mistake they made there.
Yeah, it's probably a coincidence. And then of course there's they don't know each other's names. Like these are random people. Like they don't know the 8 people. The only people that know each other before this whole started is the professor, his brother, and I think his brother's boy. I don't know the whole details about his brother, like his personal life, but they go in on that.
And several street toughs.
Yeah, there's like an interpersonal, like they take, and then it's one of those things where Tokyo is the only female of the group at first. Mm-hmm. And then there's, and of course, then there's Nairobi. So, and then I think there's like sex scenes in like the first 3 episodes.
I don't think
like full on sex scenes or what are we talking here?
No, like one of the hostages gets saved by the bank robber because one of the bank robbers is ordering the other bank robber to kill her, but he accidentally misses and shoots her foot instead of her head and then bangs her because he saved her life. Oh boy.
Oddly enough, that's how I got my last relationship. I was shooting and I missed and hit her in the leg. And she was so happy that I was such a horrible shot that she took me home and had sex with me.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really cool and it's highly acclaimed, guys. This isn't a joke, like ratings wise. Google has it at 97. IMDb has it at 8.4. I mean, we're not talking about on the book. Wow, you know what I'm saying? We're not talking about a weak show here.
Does the show evolve over each season, or is it just like another heist?
It does. There's 2 heists. So they take 2 seasons to do 1 heist, and then 3, Professor brings them back for the heist of the bank.
So 2 seasons for 1 heist?
1 heist.
Are they quite slow at planning, or what? I don't understand.
They do the backstory. Yeah, they go slow. Someone dies. Someone hooks up with another person. Then they do backtrack, and then they do a lot of retrospective, how it started. They go,
There's like time jumps and stuff.
Yeah. There's time jumps. Each bank robber gets their own personal, episode, basically. Or
I don't know.
There's not a whole episode, but
in the show, I don't.
You get to know these people. So you get to know these people, and then when they die, it's dramatic. And, you want him to save, you want him to, obviously live. And
is there a double cross?
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a TV show if it wasn't a double cross, right? I mean, of course.
What about a triple cross?
A triple cross?
Oh, triple. Yeah. I got one after that, but I'm going to wait for this answer.
There's hostages that play like they're with the bank robbers, but then backstab the bank robbers. So
okay, that's close enough for me.
They play both sides.
Now, here's the biggest one. Is there a scissor cross?
A scissor cross? I don't know what that is. Should I know what that is?
Lesbians just scissoring to get out of the hostage situation.
I'm so stupid. I should have known that.
You walked into his stupid.
I did. But no, I mean, it's definitely worth. Guys, you guys should give it the first part a try.
I don't know. I'm seeing that
at least the first part, and then you'll get hooked, and then I win.
I'm seeing that viewers are actually disappointed in season 4 so far. They're saying that it took a significant dip in quality.
Season 4, yeah, it was a little underwhelming because I think it dwelled on the personal stuff a little much, but it was really cool to see how. Nairobi. It starts with Nairobi getting shot at the end of 3.
Spoiler!
Spoiler!
And then,
Jesus!
No one's whatever.
Bro.
No, but that's the thing. And then they go to the backstory of that.
So how long are? I feel like the episodes are quite long, if I recall.
They were longer on the actual TV show. Now they're like 40 to 50 minutes, something like that, 50-minute range, something like that. Yeah, so a little under an hour.
How many episodes per season? Like 10?
Yeah, vaguely, something like that. Yeah, it's not that many. It goes quick. That's what she said. But yeah,
highly bingeable. Sounds highly bingeable,
and that's why it took off because people. Got hooked on these characters. They fell in love with the characters. They're like, oh, this Nairobi chick, she's hot. She was banging this. Tokyo and Rio are hooking up. What?
Yeah, looks like our chat room is lighting up with next.
Are we out of time?
There is still a minute and 55 seconds. So you got your time to shine, Sean.
But what I'm saying,
you want to do this last minute shirtless? That's on you.
Definite selling
what
point.
I'm saying is, guys, it's a freaking awesome show. You want to see hot sex? You want to see people shoot each other in the back?
That's my parents. So I don't. What else?
In part 2, someone dies so they can escape. Like someone actually gives their life so they can escape. That's how they escape the first one.
Well, I do say death is the ultimate escape.
The by time.
Death is what? The ultimate gift?
The ultimate escape and gift.
Oh.
In
the gift that keeps on giving?
In today's world, death is also ultimately a gift.
So you don't think it, and then of course, and then the inspector hooks up with the professor. The professor plays double cross.
I think you've really peaked.
He plays a secondary character to hook up with the inspector.
Is it like penis on penis action, or what are we talking?
No, the inspector eventually turns and joins the bank robber crew.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like turns into like a man.
That's how they escape, is because the inspector turns her back on
to get it from behind?
Investigation. Well, yeah, I mean, they do it all. They show it too. They show them having sex.
That scene is available on Pornhub.
So that's what happens. There's a bunch of backstabbing, people killing, people turning each other from behind and banging them in the cell.
So
there you go. Now Noob's interested.
Yeah, like one of the hostages gets banged from behind in the in the bank.
In the bank.
Yeah, in the bank. Yeah.
So he makes a good deposit. The timer is up.
Oh man,
you lost your time.
The time. So in summation, this show is about stealing money.
It is.
It hates white people and their sex.
And there's sex.
There's backstabbing. And then
That's
there's
also
the
sex.
professor always finds a way to get one up on the FBI and all that.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'll watch. I'll promise you, I'll watch one episode and I'll see if
So the professor just is always one step ahead. That's how it works.
Well, now we get to go into Z and see why he is looking like a bushel of sticks. And well, I honestly don't. He looks like Velma, but she got a little, fire crotch going on there. So
is my wig the wrong color? Am I confused here?
It's a little high on the hue there.
You're looking a little like rapey Ronald McDonald's.
There's a new role open. There's a new Hollywood role that I thought I would audition for. The role of Batwoman is open, and they're hiring diverse actors. So I figured I'd throw my hat in the ring, because isn't it LGBTQRG?
Yeah, they're looking to
RG.
Do you know what the G stands for there, Noob?
LGBTQRG, like Robert Griffin III?
No, but what does the G stand for with me?
Gangster?
No. What are you, not following? What, you don't remember your own racist rants?
Gremlin?
No, not a gremlin.
Gook?
What is wrong with you? I'm just going to keep setting you up for being stupid.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that? You're such a racist piece of
garbage. Wait, hold on. Gook is racist?
Yes. Oh my God.
Wait, is that
Is it really?
Yes.
Yes, it's 100% racist.
100%.
You are.
I don't think it's. I think it's only racist with intent. I didn't know what that was.
You don't. You just say words. You don't know what they mean.
Yeah, like gobbledygook. Like, see, it's the same thing. Like,
no, it's not at all.
No, it is.
So
okay.
For the
what
actual
you're trying to say
news, the actual news is that Ruby Rose quit Batwoman. That's the real story we're talking about today. Because
to join Money Heist season 4 to be a lesbian.
Exactly. She's joining Money Heist season 5.
The hook up with Tokyo, yeah. The hook up with Tokyo, yeah.
There you go.
That's it.
So it's kind of confusing. We're not. No one really knows why she quit for sure.
It sounds like it was an amicable split. Actually, a lot of rumor has to do with the fact that she took major injury filming this season, to the point where she was facing paralysis. The injury was that bad. Both she and the production both were singing each other's praises. It was a pleasure having each other here.
And there was a handy under the table. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that definitely would piss off somebody in that community.
She definitely broke her. She had 2 herniated discs from a stunt, and there was a stunt person who died on set. And there's also an interview with her saying how much she didn't like the schedule and how she felt like the crossovers with the Arrowverse were too much. And I think between she also quit Twitter. So there's a lot of reasons why I think she quit.
The
so
TV
I don't
filming
think it was
schedule, TV filming schedule is a very tough schedule. A lot of people can't handle it. Sounds like that's probably the case. They are struggling, and apparently they want to find somebody to replace her, and they have to be LGBT as well. They're making
again, I said LGBT.
Is there personal issues? Is there personal issues going on?
She didn't say. She just. No. I think the ratings for the show are so bad that she thinks that this might be and the fan base is toxic, that she's like, if it's going to hurt my career if I continue to do this, I'd rather just bite the bullet now and get the hell out of this production that I don't like, because there's a lot of gender politics in the show, and I think I know she's a spokesperson for the LGBTQ community, but she's gotten in trouble with them several times. One of the big reasons why she got in trouble was she said when she was younger that she wanted to transition to be a man because she felt like she should be a man, but she retracted that and said, "I'm glad I never transitioned, because I just realized when I got older that I was a lesbian." And that's like a big issue in the community, where they don't feel like that kind of statement hurts them in some way because it unvalidates people who genuinely want to transition. So because she didn't get hormone therapy and all that stuff, like the community came after her, and there was actually TV critics that said the show was not gay enough. Can you believe that?
What?
Oh my god!
I don't know if I feel like the show
hold on. In 2020, not gay enough? what are we talking about here?
I kind of feel like the
they
show
just put me on it. I'll make it plenty gay.
I feel like the show did things that actually were not helping that community at all. Like, didn't one of the villains use like making her a lesbian like as a plot line to bring her down or something like that? Like, they were
going to expose her to the city, right?
Yeah, it wasn't all great things they were doing for the whole community in that show.
I agree. I think the gender politics got in the way of the show. I mean, Noob watched the whole season, but we also need what's the sensible reaction to this, Sean?
The sensible reaction is that she needs to do what's best for herself. Fuck everybody else. Right? Maybe she got out at the right time. Maybe she knew this shit was going down.
Especially with her getting hurt and all the other stuff, right? I agree with that.
And she was like, fuck this. I'm out.
So then let's flip it. What's the cynical? Should we let Noob say what the cynical version is, or should we let's let Noob do it, and then we'll let you have the real cynical version?
Or she's one for the tattoos. So maybe she got a face tattoo to emulate Post Malone, and they fired her because it was a penis.
Do you want to say anything else racist? Anything else dumb?
That's not racist. How is a penis racist? Unless it's not a black penis, but that's just a really good penis.
Oh my god!
No, that's sexist.
That's the stupid answer. So what's the real cynical answer then, Sean?
She's being a bitch. She's not, I mean, there's not much else to it. You know, she's being a bitch. That's the cynical response. It's got to woman up and not be a bitch.
Well, I think it's a tough situation to be in, especially with all the. I don't know if you guys remember the trailer, where the trailer was like, "Batman's suit will be perfect when it fits a woman." Like, okay, do you really want to deliver that line if you're an actor? You're like, "Oh, great! I got to deliver this crap ass line that's, being shoveled in." So I think she was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place, especially with the injuries. I saw a picture of her after it where she's like got a cane and she's already 100 pounds and she looks like she's 88 pounds in this picture. And I'm just like, oh, that looks rough. So maybe she was just like, this is not for me, and bowed out gracefully. I don't like the response from the studio. I think the studio's response was like, yeah, we're recasting her. It seemed a little rushed. And like Scott said, the fact that they had an agenda to make sure that, God forbid, it's the best actor for the role, the best actor. Trying to hire me, but no, they're going to hire, someone of the alphabet community, and instead of making sure that it's the best act, like, I don't care if it, like Ruby Rose, she was fine for the role. That seems like it fit her. She looks like her. She's represents the community. It's fine. If she was the best actor for the role, let her be. But now, like, are they going to cast a gay man like Noob Noob?
Well, in a joint,
Noob Noob would fit right in.
Well, in a joint,
I'd put on that cape and cowl.
In a joint statement,
I'd tuck it for that show.
Berlanti Productions and WB-TV reaffirmed their commitment to Batwoman and to casting another LGBT actress into the groundbreaking role.
Groundbreaking? How is the role groundbreaking?
Scissor breaking.
They're pushing
Scissor breaking.
That was good.
All depends on how hard you go at it.
Yeah, because I feel like she had to admit as Batwoman that she was gay, right? That happened in the show.
She admitted that Batwoman is gay.
I just don't understand. Like, you watch a good show, is the first thing you think of who do they sleep with? Like, is that the first thing that comes to your mind, or do you want to know about the characters?
Both.
You want to know who they sleep with? That's the first thing you want to know?
Hey, I'm game.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a character. Like, who do they sleep? Like, why is it important? I don't know. I don't know why that's the most important thing you got to know about somebody.
Not unless that character is going to try and kill them in the next scene. I mean, come on.
Well, I don't know. I think it's very interesting to see this happen, that someone would walk away from like a starring role. I can't remember the last time an actor, after the first season, they're walking away from like a quote unquote iconic role.
Well, I mean, and this is huge news. I mean, we had everything from Variety, Deadline, TV Line, Fox News, Forbes is reporting on this. Hollywood.
Forbes. That means it's huge.
Yeah. Hollywood Reporter.
Everybody loves lesbians.
There's
Wall Street Journal.
Every reporter, every news outlet is covering this. Why Ruby Rose left Batwoman.
I told you. You didn't believe me. It was big news.
Huge.
These two assholes, not you, Sean. You're not an asshole.
Well, I appreciate that.
These two assholes were like, oh, let's not talk about this. And I was like, it's big news. It means something. Like, people care, and to watch, it's odd to see it happen where, someone who gets a big break. She was a relatively unknown actress. She was in Orange is the New Black, and she also was in The Meg as supporting roles. She gets her first big break as a lead actress, and she's Australian, which doesn't mean anything. But
Australian, like
she struggled with that accent for sure. She was chewing on the English language, and then for her to just be like, "Yeah, I know I'm the star of the show, but like I'm out." That's pretty shocking.
So, do you recover from this? Is there any chance they recover from this?
They or her?
They. I mean, I'm not worried about her. Hopefully, she does good things for her mentally. She came out about her mental health, and it wasn't great with all this going on as well. I hope all the best for her. But the show itself, does the show recover from doing a complete recast of the main character after season 1?
Well, here's what I'll say. First about her, I'm going to say, I think she was great in John Wick. I really liked her character in there. So I think she recovers. As far as the show itself, I think they'll get interest. I think the ratings were an average of 0.6 in the 24 to 38 whatever that demographic is that everybody wants.
0.6?
It was 0.6.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Right.
Yeah, that's terrible. And I think that's
like Noob Noob and the CW shows.
Exactly, right?
I'll still watch it. Fuck it.
That was 79% of Rotten Tomatoes, a 5.3, or I'm sorry, I was dyslexic there. 3.5 out of 10 on IMDb and a 7 out of 10 on TV.
Well, I'm still going to watch it. That's all that matters.
Wait. You'd rather watch that than something that gets a 9 Money Heist?
Yeah.
You'd rather watch Batwoman than Money Heist.
Is that
Australian
I agree with
lesbians?
you. That's ridiculous.
Australian lesbians.
Money Heist.
Australian lesbians.
Money Heist needs to be on the CW for him
Money
to watch.
Heist until my grave. How about that?
I agree. I think Money Heist has got to be better than anything on the CW.
I mean,
if you want a fantastic one, Money Train.
Money Train.
Is that also Wesley Snipes?
Starring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson and Jennifer Lopez naked.
Oh, that was. I thought you.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about.
I think we're done here.
Yeah.
What are you tapping out? Should we just mute off Noob?
Sure. No, I mean, Scott's bringing in Jennifer Lopez, so.
Oh, okay.
We have enough diversity on this show.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Oh my God.
I don't know if you remember this, Sean, but we did have Jennifer Lopez as a guest on our show.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
I do want to also.
Hey, I can't bash Noob too much. He brought up my ratings, so I'm all about Noob.
See? Start the show.
Noob. I'm all about Noob.
Your show must be struggling, dude. I'm sorry.
Don't ever feed him. He's like one of those like alligators. If you feed him too much, he'll like pull you into the lake and death roll you. No. Don't feed him. He's like he'll just follow you home someday. He'll show up at your house and start living there. I hope you have a couch now because you just gave him some food. He's gonna come live there.
Oh shit, man.
I did want to compliment you on your fantastic beard.
Oh, thanks. I work on it.
It feels like everybody on the show, like every guest we've had has had beards. Oh, do you know what that is? That is a product placement there by Scott. He has a Noob pillow.
I don't do all the beard oil shit. This is just straight raw, man.
See, that's where you mess up, brother. You gotta do it.
Should I get involved with those?
Hell yeah.
What's the
I've
best
been thinking
product?
about it.
What's the best product?
It's all trial and error. Start with the Dollar Beard Club. Try out some of their stuff. The stuff I found, I actually prefer I get at CVS. So it's all what suits you the best.
How come you don't have a sponsor then there, Scott?
Because we're in the middle of an effing pandemic.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Maybe after this, we can go ahead and start chasing our sponsors.
Maybe after I get a role as the new Batwoman, I will be. I'll be able to support the show.
That's your goal in life, right?
To be Batwoman, yes.
I tell you what, you look fantastic in that outfit.
Oh, I think I do. I am Batwoman.
Hear me roar.
Hear me roar. It'll be perfect when it fits a man. Oh, wait, it already does fit a man.
Why is the codpiece smaller when Z wears it, though?
Oh, I thought I was a sledgehammer. Sorry. No, I was the... was I the sledgehammer? I forget.
Hey, where'd you get that wig at? Spencer's?
Well, if you watch the last episode, I dressed up as Scooby-Doo, so you never know what I could come up with.
Z's closet goes deep.
It goes so deep.
I'm just jealous.
Well, I think that's all we have for today. Is that the end of our show?
I've been playing the outro music for the last 5 minutes, so I hope so.
Well, it's been so much fun. We're just enjoying.
This has been a blast. Thanks, guys.
I gotta go watch Money Heist.
All right.
Yeah, Money Heist. That's it.
Now's your chance, Cynical. Go ahead and plug your plugs.
All right. You can find us on any platform. Just type in Sensibly Cynical on Google, and we'll be right there. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher. I can go on and on and on. We are on Twitter at Cynical Sensibly. That's cynical before the Sensibly. Instagram is Sensibly Cynical Pod, and we have a Facebook group.
I want to ask Scott a question. Is Sensibly Cynical spelled with an S? 2 S's, because what is Sensibly Cynical Pod? One of them looks like it's...
Sensibly Cynical Pod. Pod is short for podcast.
Well, Scott's been streaming your information across the screen as we're here live, and I believe that Scott has a typo in one of them.
Really?
We just got to fuck shit up.
So you didn't know that, Sean, is that the entire time we've been doing this, he's been streaming your information which is good. I think that's a great thing.
Oh.
But he may have streamed some of it wrong because there's a typo.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sensibly.
Because next time that goes across the screen, you're gonna see that it's a C and not an S.
It was Sensibly Cynical, but cynical was a S, not a C.
Oh my god! All right.
Hey, we'll have to bring you back on to make sure that you get some more airplay with us, and we'll be happy to have you. You're an amazing guest, and so much fun that you play along with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all's time, and go watch Money Heist.
And Michelle Rodriguez, for some reason, one of our people in the chat said Michelle Rodriguez. I don't know why.
Hey,
is Michelle Rodriguez? Is she in the Money Train heist thing?
Maybe she's in Money Train. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie in 10 years.
I don't know their real fucking names. I just know their country or state or whatever the fuck names are.
Oh boy.
I don't keep track of their real names.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Sean. We'll have you again. Maybe you can convince us to watch something else. Think about something that we don't review that you want us to watch.
All right, I'll think on that.
That's awesome. And be sure to check out his podcast. Go ahead, Scott.
The chat was saying Michelle Rodriguez for Batwoman.
Oh, yeah. That might not be. She's pretty tough.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be a good fit.
She's actually a bigger star than what's her face was.
Yep.
Right?
Ruby Rose, yeah.
Yeah, she's way bigger than Ruby Rose. That might be a good casting. All right. Hey, the audience speaks.
And on that,
that's a good recommendation.
And on that bombshell.
Well, on that bombshell, I guess that ends our show. All of you directors out there, I am open for the casting couch, so let's talk. And from all of us here at Our Reviews Will Kill You, and from our friends at the Sensibly Cynical podcast, we love y'all. We'll talk to you later. Mahal. Fears.